The idea of a rock supergroup was not a common thing back in the 60s, and one of the very first ones was the band Cream, which consisted of Eric Clapton, the bassist Jack Bruce, and the drummer Ginger Baker, which were all musicians who were part of other bands and eventually formed this supergroup called Cream, which was very, very successful, had a bunch of albums, but this is perhaps their most famous song. It's got apparently one of the most recognizable riffs of all time, so I was super curious to see if I can catch what the riff is as soon as it starts playing. This is their track, Sunshine of Your Life. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Here we go, this is Sunshine of Your Love by Cream. If you do end up enjoying the video, hit me with a like, maybe share it with a friend, or if you haven't already, join the awesome community by subscribing. Here we go. I've definitely heard this before.
It's getting near dawn when lights close the tired eyes.
You know what? I want to rewind that just so I can hear that again. But the place I've actually heard this is maybe kind of surprising. I've heard Joe Rogan mimic the riff a bunch of different times on his podcast. That's actually where I know it from. So let's back it up and go again. Here we go. That was an awesome, awesome intro. Oh, that bass line. The riff and the bass line together, it's just...
It's getting near dawn when lights close the tired eyes. I'll soon be with you, my love. Give you my dawn surprise. I'll be with you, darling, soon. I'll be with you when the stars start falling.
It's got this vibe that something deep or wrong is coming, you know. It almost seems like we're going deeper into something, maybe love, maybe a psychedelic experience. That's what it sounds like to me, especially with that bass line, that deep, deep bass line.
I've been waiting so long to be where I'm going, in the sunshine of your love.
3 instruments, right? Drum, guitar, bass.
The light shining through on you. Yes, I'm with you, my love. It's the morning and just we two. I'll stay with you, darling, now. I'll stay with you till my seas are dried up.
Great voice. Yeah, it sounds very hazy, psychedelic.
I've been waiting so long to be where I'm going, in the sunshine of your love.
Interesting solo. Do you know what? That solo sounded off in the beginning, in a good way. It didn't sound like a normal guitar solo. It sounded like it was like off kilter, off beat or so, for some reason. And then they kind of brought it in by the end. Really, really cool. I like the effect that they did there.
morning and just we two. I'll stay with you, darling, now. I'll stay with you till my seas are dried up.
That's a great line. I'll stay with you till my seas are dried up.
I've been waiting so long. I've been waiting so long. I've been waiting so long to be where I'm going in the sunshine of your love.
Whoa. Okay, interesting song, man. It's definitely been used a lot in media. You know, that riff and that certain parts of that song, especially when they're singing. I've heard it in a bunch of different adverts. Okay, it's what the song sounded like to me was like psychedelic blues, if that makes sense. It's like a version of the blues, but if I'm trying to understand the story of the song as well, it's about falling deeper in love with someone, is what I got from it, and like being kind of madly in love with them and trying to reunite almost. He's waiting until his love returns, or he is eventually reunited with this girl that he's not been with. But the psychedelic aspect of it made it sound very hazy, very kind of mysterious almost. And I think a lot of that a lot of the effects of that was to do with the bass line. The bass line carries the song for me. It carries the song for the majority of it. I know most people would probably highlight the fantastic guitar playing skills of Clapton, but I love that bass line, dude. I forgot the guy's name. I think his name was Baker. Yeah, sorry, I've removed his name, but all in all, it was a cool song. It's interesting. It got a little bit repetitive for me, I'm not gonna lie. I tend to like rock music that progresses with time. Things change up a lot, and this one didn't so much, but the musicianship was really great throughout the whole thing. You know, just a three-man band, it seems like. A guitarist, a bass line, a bassist, and a drummer kind of carried the whole thing. So pretty interesting, man. Yeah, I'll be interested to hear more of Cream's music. All in all, it was a cool experience. Thumbs up.